Stream is live. Okay, let me check the link you sent me to make sure that it's. Oh, what happened? Oh, I don't do that. I thought you got rid of us. Yes, we're live. Bitcoin and finance. Bitcoin and finance.
So we are live. We are live.
We are now. Bitcoin and finance. Bitcoin and finance. Yep, we're live. I got it on my TV here.
Welcome to our channel, Leo and Dave. No, Finance with Leo and Dave, pardon. And we are here to comment and share our experience on all the different markets, on crypto, Bitcoin, and we're gonna try the other market, stock market.
Yes, 100%. So, I wish we actually started doing this 2 years ago, because you're my main crypto buddy. I wish we're doing this the entire time.
I wish I listened to you for last 2 years. That's the problem.
Yeah.
But it's never late to do well and to share our experience.
Yeah. So even if you mess things up, but I wish over the last 2 years we were doing this. I think we would have quite a few people following us, because there's some good calls there. And so first live stream, I think even just doing this is just fun. This is just fun.
For ourselves. And yes, I have to admit and recognize that my buddy Dave was right on couple of call, on couple of top, and I've been in the market for couple of cycle, but my weakness is that I'm not good to sell when the market is topping. So here I am pushed by my buddy Dave, and we want to share our experience with people, and we want to give good recommendation on the future, and trying to find the top and the bottom, and they are the most important thing on the crypto market. Finding the top and the bottom. Anything else is to say not relevant.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, right? But anyway, I think this will be cool. Have our own channel. We can talk about this. We can also look back and go, what were we thinking at this point? So it is mid-November 2025, where we're basically, and also it's not just Bitcoin. I think we'll have a good look at the stock market.
Stock indexes, and we can pick up sometimes some crypto
and gold, and cover everything that is important. But I think we'll
currency. I think all the different financial assets are useful and important for the future. If, for instance, you keep your money, if you keep your money on one currency and your currency is losing 15%, it means you're depreciating your saving, and yes.
Yeah, so on this channel, we'll cover quite a few things. I think stocks as well, because they're all connected. And gold and silver, basically the big things. We'll cover all of them, I think, because it's important to know what's going on in the S&P and the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ, and looking at the currencies as well. I would say maybe a bit of Forex. We'll probably try to cover everything, but today I think start with Bitcoin. What is that? Is that the what is that? Daily
Bitcoin since
okay.
Since 24.
Could you give us the monthly so we get a better understanding of where we are?
Sure.
Mid-November 2025. Let's just have a good look at Bitcoin and try to figure out what is next. So I I think you bought in right at the bottom as well. We both made a magical call at the bottom. I got in at about 18,000 on Bitcoin, so almost the bottom. It was 15,500, wasn't it? The bottom.
I don't remember when I bought. Been a long time, but
well, you got in really well at the bottom. I think you, yeah.
yes, but I lost by what to say, swapping to crypto and all these alts. How to say, all these alts are. If you don't sell these alts, you're losing money also.
Yeah. So basically, if anyone's watching this, if anyone wants to watch this, but anyway, I think also we should maybe just talk to each other instead of like pretending there's a third party there. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I think that's what you keep doing. You keep like, but like I can say like November 2025. So it's important. We're at about 100 and I can't really see.
102
102 now.
101
It
102.
was 103 yesterday. A couple of days ago, it was 106. We were at 125. What is it? Over a month ago. So it's been red for a bit, hasn't it? It's been about a month and a bit.
Two red candle.
And actually, when you look at it on the monthly chart, you can see when it hit. Was it 100 and that wasn't the 109, was it? It was there's one candle there.
This
and
one?
Then the next candle's higher. The last candle at the top is 125. It looks like it's almost the same sort of setup as if 125 was the top in a way. But what do you think? Where's the top? Do you think we've already hit the top at 125, or do you think what do you think?
It's a tough question, but if history repeats itself, the top is last month, because already the cycle has been 4 years. So in 21, from my experience,
it's still November.
Yes, but
let's just say, I get it. 4 year cycle. I get it. I get what you mean. But what if?
But I can be wrong, because the macro is different. The economy is different. The market is obviously different. It's not the same, and it doesn't automatically reproduce exactly the same. But
I just want to debunk that because it's November, and I get it. We had a top in December 2017, a top in November
in 21.
In 2021 was November, and so it was supposed to be October this time if it was to be perfect. But that's not how the markets work. They don't give you exactly what you need, what you expect,
what you want.
We could go another month, and mid-December we could be at 130k, and that could be the top, and that would make a bit more sense to me too. But that red candle that we're in right now, that ends the 1st of December, you see? And so for us to 1st of December, then just have this God candle skyrocket 30k straight up, is that possible? Has that ever happened before? I can't see that happening on the chart ever before, you know? And so
you mean December starting at 130?
So December 1, the next, like if we're looking at the chart, if we were to do a reversal here for the next 2 weeks, then that would just be one massive wick. It'll be a wick down to 100k, wouldn't it? It went under 100k, didn't it? It went down to 90 something, 99. It touched 99 at one stage. So in the next 2 weeks before the next the next candle is printed on the 1st of December, this could just be this. I could imagine it being a wick down, a massive wick down, and then the next candle go green, go parabolic. It would look either way. It's gonna look really weird on this chart. It would look the most volatile Bitcoin ever has looked, to be honest. Even if you look at the top in 2021, there was a massive green candle, but it wasn't off a big red candle, and there wasn't a big wick at the bottom of it.
You mean here?
I can't see your arrow. Is your cursor? I can't see your cursor. Can your cursor be? Yeah, I can't see it.
Let me go here. Can you?
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
No, top, right at the top. So there, massive green candle. But go to the bottom of the green candle. Go to the bottom of it. See, there's a red candle next to it, and it's kind of going in the trend. And then if you go right to the very bottom of that, there's a massive. The first. Where's your cursor? Oh yeah. So go left and down. See how there's your cursor keeps disappearing.
In here?
No, left and down right to the very bottom.
Here?
Yeah, here. So down there, you can see there's a massive red candle, which kind of makes sense from here, but then there was still a month in between where it kind of went sideways for a bit, and there was a wick down.
You mean this candle of May 21 could be November this
no, it could
month.
be October. Could be the October wick. That big one could be the October wick, and then this candle we're in right now could be the one that has a wick down, and then we go green next, but it's not a massive green candle after that.
No, it took another 4 months to pop to top.
Yeah, we don't have 4 months if this cycle is going to be intact, even in the slightest bit. Who knows if you if looking at the chart as it is, if we were to dump from here or go sideways and basically, let's just say we have December go down as well. And then we have like a bit of a recovery for 2 or 3 months and we stay under 100K. So that was one scenario. We pumped from here, but on the chart, it would just look absolutely ridiculous, wouldn't it? It just wouldn't make any sense. So if we go down 1 more month and we print this candle down here around 100K, and then December's just blood. December 1st, we get another candle, it goes down again. And then we have a bit of a recovery for 2 months maybe. And then people know that Bitcoin's dead at that stage, and they start throwing their money into alts around January, February. That would make a lot more sense to me. It would keep the cycle intact. It would make everything seem a lot more. It would make a lot more sense to me. It really would. And then we get an altcoin season. Did you hear? I sent you a screenshot of Donald Trump's talking about releasing stimulus checks, giving $2,000 to every American that's not super rich.
I didn't read it, but it will be nice.
I told you about that, didn't I?
No.
Oh, I didn't tell you. Okay, so these stimulus checks, they
I know what it is. It was in 21. I think the government in 21 was doing this in the US. 2021 during COVID. I know what it is. People gamble with this instead of buying food.
Yeah, they'll gamble, won't they? And so, where's the money going to go? It's people are going to buy food. People are going to buy, right at the very bottom of society, they're probably going to buy alcohol and drugs and cigarettes. But there's a lot of people in the middle class that will probably buy some altcoins. Don't tell me I lost you. Don't tell me your internet.
I'm here.
Okay, your screen froze again. I hope your internet isn't. isn't going to go off midstream.
No, I'm here.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yep. No, I can hear you. Your screen's froze for a little bit. So those stimulus,
Might go to the market.
It might pump. Just my opinion. Just looking at, because psychology is everything here. If you're looking at it and the average person out there is educated about Bitcoin now. The average person knows there's a 4-year cycle. The average person knows they can't trust altcoins. The average person knows all of this. So what's the likelihood of them, if they were to gamble?
They will buy Bitcoin then.
Well, I would tend to say that they would buy alts, because they'll look at this and think that that's the top. That's my thinking. And that's just my opinion. That's what I would think the logical move for the market, the retail market, even the uneducated people on crypto. They know there's a 4-year cycle. They look at this and they'll just be like, hang on, that looks like it's the top. So I don't know. The manipulators would have to somehow pump this and, create the fervor, create the FOMO again. And no one's searching Bitcoin at the moment. It's really unpopular right now. Altcoins are really destroyed the market. There's 1 million altcoins. They get those stimulus checks. Where's their money going to go? It's not going to go in gold. They can't buy a nugget of gold for $2,000 now. It's $4,000 to buy gold. What are they going to do? The next phase will have to be they put the money in the hands of the Americans. Then they need to somehow manufacture, some sort of FOMO. They need to somehow give some green candles. And this is how they manipulate the market, But if you look at this chart, what is like envision this chart if in the next 2 weeks we start pumping and this red candle that we got turns into just a wick, and then that gets printed on the first, and then envision the next one pumping from here. What?
130?
January, or I don't think we could do 30K in we could.
No, but we could come back to 110. 110 at the end of November and 120 for December, and start by 130 next year.
Oh, you think from here we could even go up to what, 110 or something at the top of that wick, and then this candle that we're in right now could turn green a little bit, you think, with a massive wick down?
Yes.
Well, maybe, and then it gets another 15K in December pump
for Christmas,
and then January, it starts collapsing. But then when does the altcoin? Because the thing here is the stimulus checks are supposed to come out at the end of this month too.
Yeah, maybe the altcoin season can be in December, like last year. I think last year was December.
So, well, that's possible, but when I'm looking at the chart, it's less likely, in my opinion, it's less likely that we pump back to 125, 130K than we continue going sideways and down from here. I like, probability wise, I don't know. I'll give it a.
So you mean we go back to 125 and then we collapse?
From here, I would say, let's just say I'll throw out some percentages in my mind. I think 30% chance we see 125K for the next 4 years, and 70% chance that this is already the top from what I'm seeing. That's just what I think at this point right now. So yeah, so that's my take on it. That's my take on that. Gold's in a bubble. You can have a good look at the S&P as well. Even the Australian stock market, it's in a bit of a bubble. It was April 7th when we hit the bottom. Oh man, I wish we had this channel on April 7th, because I made a video on my other channel saying buy stocks on April 7th. I picked the exact bottom. That would be gold for this channel.
Anyway, we are in to say dangerous. The market is still high, and we are in a dangerous position. Obviously, we are not at the bottom at the current position.
So me personally, I've sold everything. I'm not holding any Bitcoin. I've sold all of the alts. I'm only holding 3 alts at the moment. And it's because they went underwater, and I found myself holding the bag, basically, hoping that there's a bit of a reversal. I've got DYDX. I think I've got FET. I think I have FET. And I think the third one is Ondo. Let me just double check. Yeah, it's it's DYDX. I don't think it's Audi. I had Audi at one stage. I hope I'm not still holding Audi. Oh my god, Audi's finished. It's DYDX. I managed to wormhole pumped. I got out of wormhole. I made a profit on wormhole when we hit 120. When we hit 100, 120, 25 last month, wormhole went up, and I think I got 30-40% out of that one. So I got out. But the other ones I was holding, Ondo, it's Ondo, FET, and DYDX. And I just found myself holding the bag. They're down like 50%. But I only had like 1,000 in each of them, so it's not even really counted. The majority of my cash I got out, long time ago. So basically, I'm just holding them, hoping that some form of altcoin season happens, because we haven't had an altcoin season. Crypto basically died, and has done nothing over the last couple of months, has it? Since we topped out at 109K and the market dumped at that point, it's just been brutal. It's been a recovery.
Yes. There was a little pump, I think, in July.
Remember, we got in, so we sold I sold at I sold at 108, because it went to 108. Within an hour of that top, I sold 90% of my holdings. And then when we dumped down right at the very bottom, I was traveling and I kind of messed up, but I bought in right at the bottom, and I bought Fartcoin, Solana, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. That was my 4, and I picked the exact bottom, and I sold too early. I was a massive mess up. I would be like so fucking rich right now.
Don't bring back bad memory.
Well, that's what we're here to talk about, isn't it? So we have to bring it up. So that was. So either way, this run I've done really well, enough to be able to just travel the world and live my life now. So, I'm looking at it now. I'm thinking, you can see the 2 wicks. You go back to 2021. There's 2 wicks at the top. There was, what was a 60 something, and then it tapped 69 or something. And then you have a look at the 2 wicks here at 108. It dipped down, and then it rocketed back up to 109. Now you look at this, and what was it? It was 120, and then it wicked out at 125. You can see these wicks, see these 3 stages. Can you use your cursor to point that out? Kind of need your cursor, yeah. No. We don't need to do anything fancy. Just click on the screen. Yeah. So see the 2 wicks there. There's the one on the left. It's lower than that one, and then go to 108, 109. Not there. Left.
This one?
108, 109. Remember when you didn't sell? Remember this point? So 108 and then 109. The 109 is slightly higher. And now there's this one at the top. Where was the top?
This
Can you
one?
move the cursor? So we've got 125. So you can see how the wick left of it. Where's your cursor? Why is your cursor there? Go to the wicks. Yeah, there's a wick on the... Yeah, maybe next time I'll use my own screen so I can actually point this stuff out. See, there's a wick left of it. Where are you pointing?
Here.
See that wick? Yeah, so there's that wick and then that wick. That one's higher.
The last one is higher. No, October is higher.
I know that. That's what I'm pointing out to you. There's that wick there, and then before it, 108, 109K, and then you go all the way back to 2021. That one's higher. So that if you look at the pattern, it makes kind of sense that we might be finished now. Yes, that's what I'm trying to point out.
It looks like this. The last one is higher, and then we have this first one. And then this.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. So that might be the end of the market. But the thing is, there's another factor here is that the Tether market cap has just gone sideways. It hasn't dumped. And I would say that would be one of the main indicators that none of these crypto bros online talk about. I would say Tether market cap not dumping. Oh, yeah. Are you able to bring that chart up?
Let me see. Tether market cap.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Aren't you able to stay on the same screen and then just bring it up without having to leave?
I don't have it on. I don't have it on. 1 second.
On TradingView.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if I can find it. But USDT. Oh yes, I had it. Let me share again. Share screen. Up.
Yeah, when I look at it, this altcoin market is really low right now. It's almost at the point where you could say that the altcoin market is at a bottom now. You know, even Theta. I looked at Theta. It's back lower than where it was at the bottom of the Bitcoin market. So back in 2023, 2024, at the absolute bottom, where Bitcoin bottomed out, Theta is now lower than that point.
Can you see Theta?
No, you got to put it in. You got to add it to the stream.
No.
But a lot of these older alts are kind of finished. Is this? Oh no. What I want to look at is Tether, not Theta.
Okay,
yeah, Tether USDT market cap. I think that's the most important thing to look at right now. That not many people are looking at. That's the market cap, is it?
Yes.
CT market cap. What is it? Daily?
This is on monthly, but let me show you on daily.
Oh no. Oh yeah, maybe daily. Yeah, maybe daily. Yeah, maybe daily. Yeah.
It's very small on daily. Doesn't look good, but anyway, it's growing. Still 183.
Market cap. Is that the market cap?
Yes. Because if I go here on coin market cap is 183. Yes.
How far back do you go here? No, yeah, I can see. Yeah, I can see. I can see better on the screen. Hey, you kicked us both out of the chat, dude. What are you doing? I think you kicked me out as well. Did you?
No. Let me see.
Are we in?
Yes, we're in.
There we go. We need to be on the screen. I don't think they can. I'm not sure. I don't think they can hear us if we're not on. Maybe they can. I don't know. So, okay. You can see how it's going sideways right now, and it's been going sideways for a while. Now, it's not dumping. Can you put your cursor on that hump right at the very left where it started to reverse? No, what are you doing? Oh, you messed the whole chart up. Don't mess the chart up. Why did you do that? Oh, dude.
Can you see?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
1 second. 1 second.
Stop the chart. Oh, dude, stop messing with the chart. Oh, man. We can't use, like, if you're going to move the chart around all the time, I can't do anything with that.
Okay.
We're not in the stream, dude.
Oh.
Why are you clicking us out of the stream? What's the purpose of removing us from the stream? Stop touching StreamYard. So can you move the chart back to where it was before and don't move the chart around? Just use your cursor.
Okay,
I can't see that hump. It needs to go back to like 2020. Yeah, like there. Not that far back. Not that far back. No. 20, is that 2021 where there's the hump?
This is 24. This is 24 here.
Don't move the chart now. Don't move the chart and don't use the screen. Just use your cursor. Can you see the hump?
This one?
No.
What means humps?
So
this one?
Yes, that's where it reversed, right?
Yes. December 24.
Why are you showing me that? Yeah, so that yeah. So December when?
24. So when the market changed.
Okay, hold it there. Hold it there.
It was the top of the market last year, December 24. And it started to reverse.
Okay, can you zoom out so that we've got 2021?
21.
Is that 2021 there? That hump, that dump? Call it a it's like a reversal. See the reversal? Go right a little bit more. Right a little bit more. Right. No, not the the cursor, not the screen. Yeah, there.
This is May 22.
Yeah. So the market cap of Tether, because you can see there's a point where people start taking their money out of Bitcoin and it goes into Tether, and that increases the market cap for a short period of time. And then they know that the game is up, and then Tether market cap starts dumping when people start putting it back into their bank accounts, basically. So, we haven't had that reversal on Tether yet, which makes me think that these people are still holding Tether and they're preparing to deploy it somewhere. If these stimmy checks come in, then there should be another pump in Tether. And then you know, it's not perfect, but it is still it's still more accurate than most of the other indicators out there. I remember there was the Bitcoin dominance guy who became famous this season. You know, who's the Bitcoin dominance guy? I don't know. Well, there's a Bitcoin dominance guy, and he's got a big website, and he's like really nerdy, and he talks about this stuff. And
Cohen.
Yeah, the Ben Cohen or whatever. But his indicator didn't make anybody any money. It's like, yeah, Bitcoin dominance up. Like, how does that make me rich? Great. How do I know what's going to happen in the future?
But not many people talk about the market cap of Tether.
The Tether's really where the cash goes, so it has to be, in my opinion. It's not accurate there because when you're looking at it 2022 May, it starts dumping.
But the market was crashing in 22. Market collapsed until 23, and then yes, from here you can see you can see the rise of Bitcoin here.
Where's the absolute bottom?
Bitcoin was here on of memory.
Right there, leave it there. Yeah, leave it there. What's that?
I think he was here. I think it was February or March 23.
Yeah. And then you correlate that to Bitcoin, and you know, this is the indicator. It's not perfect, but it's a damn sight better than it's way more useful than you know, Bitcoin dominance. I think that's a big distraction. I think these people, they're in on the scam, you know.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, USDT, USDC. If you were to gather every single stable coin in the market and then put them all together somehow and then create a chart, then you would have a very accurate understanding on where the cash is going. Because very few people go from their fiat currency straight into Bitcoin. They usually buy Tether first on an exchange. You see?
Here I added together USDT and USDC.
So my take on it is, that we're not at the top. I don't mean like the game isn't entirely over yet, because Tether has gone sideways and hasn't really started to keel over yet, which makes me think that even though Bitcoin is down, people are still holding Tether. They're holding it and they're hoping that something changes. That's my take on it. And this is the psychology of the market. There's a lot of people holding Tether, even like myself. I've got Tether. I'm sitting there waiting around, and who knows?
They expect a bull run. They expect a bull run, but it doesn't mean that it will happen. Like you can expect for a while.
So there's a lot of people. Yeah, there's a lot of people sitting there in Tether waiting, thinking, if things kick off and it feels good, I might FOMO in at this point. So I'm going to hold Tether just in case. I'm not going to convert it and put it back into my bank account yet, because the bull run might not be over yet. That's why I think Tether hasn't started pulling back at all. Even on the chart there, you pointed out that in 2024 at that top, that was that March 2024 or was that December 2024? December. Okay, so December was a beautiful top. I remember we hit that top nicely, and I got out right at the absolute top, made a magnificent call, got out. I was like, Leo, it's time to sell. And Leo said, no, we're not. This is so but then you could see Tether dumped, and that confirmed it for me. Tether dumped in December, the same way it pulled back other tops. And so right now it's not dumping. It's not pulling back at all. And so that makes me think that people are holding it, and they're hoping that these stimmy checks, they're hoping that the rate cut, they're looking at the narratives out there, and they're hoping that something, something miraculously happens and it turns around. That's what I think they're hoping.
Everybody, I want to say, because 25 is has not been good for the alt. So obviously not everybody is putting back to this bank account. So obviously they wait.
Yeah. The alts have only been, so alts have not been good when the market is, I don't know how to describe it, when the market's mid-range on the, in the last cycle, the market would pump from the bottom, it'll get to the middle range, and then it would blast off. But basically, alts only worked after where, see how we're at 125, we hit the top, and then we pull back to say 115 or whatever, 110, and then we pull all the way down to say 99, maybe even lower, to where we are right now, and all of the alts get decimated in these moves. It looks to me like we're at like a bottom. And so alts have only worked around this range. So right now it's at, 102K. Altcoins are down like 80% or something. They've just been destroyed even since 125K. I'm not saying
cycle they used to.
This would be, if you're trading, this would be a buy signal for alts right now. And then when we pump, we get up to say 115, 120K, which is mid-range back towards the top. And then you sell and you actually double, triple your money. And that's what they've been doing the whole time. They started doing that since December. That's kind of been the game, and Bitcoin, to drag the market up, needs to add another 10K or more. It needs to hit 130, 140 just to drag everything even close-ish to where it was before. And then there's alts like even Theta. I was looking at Theta. This is one of the old school coins. It looks like it's finished. And there's a whole bunch of new alts flowing in right now. And they're replacing the market. There's a big transition happening. You can see it with all of these alts at the moment. There's all these new ones coming in. At this point, the fact that it's so quiet out there, it makes sense because people know that this is dangerous. We're in a bubble. We're at the top. Playing with alts at this point is absolutely ridiculous. There's a whole bunch of new alts coming in. This is why someone like myself, I'm not even playing this game anymore. I'm not willing to play this game at this point. That's why with this conversation, I just wanted to figure out what you think as well, whether you think this is the top, 125K is the top, or we're going to somehow pump back up to 125, 30. We might not even do that at this point. It might be over.
Yes, and with all the tariff of Trump, he has made the market much more volatile than before. And every time he announces a tariff, a tax, the market is dropping 10-50%.
And
the alts are losing 50%. The alts lose 50% or almost 80% of their value. So.
And also the AI, people are talking about the AI bubble. That's now a saying, AI bubble. Because what we did was we discovered that NVIDIA and Oracle and Palantir, and all of these big companies, what they're doing is they're shuffling cash between each other, and they're trying to make out that they've all got this. So let's just say I have $5 and I give $5 to you, and then you give $5 back to me. We didn't create more money, but on your balance sheet, it looks like $5 went through your business, and $5 went through mine. So technically, it looks like we doubled the money, but we didn't. I just got the money now. So what they're doing is they're putting $5 from Palantir to Oracle to Nvidia, and they're bouncing it around, and they're shuffling all the cash around to make sure that one load of cash is in fact 4 or 5 or 6x what it is, and they're basically they're basically fraudulently propping up the books in an accounting way. And Michael Burry came out yesterday he came out and he said that they're also the chips in Nvidia and a lot the not the stocks of the company, but the stock, the assets of the company, they're extending the depreciation value longer than what it really should be, to cook the books even more so that they can have more of a write-off tax wise. So if you were to calculate that and you look at the stocks, those stocks are overvalued by 400% or 500%. So that means Nvidia could dump 70%. That means Oracle and Palantir could dump 70% from where they are right now. And so that's why people are talking about an AI bubble, because it's propped up. The books are cooked. They're 400% overvalued on the books. The earnings aren't what they say they are, because it's really just me giving you $5, you giving me $5. We pretend there's $10 in the market, but really,
you think we're gonna see an explosion? To say the bubble bursting during the Trump mandate?
It could happen tomorrow.
Yes, it could happen, but is it going to leave the market collapse? Is it going to print until?
So this is where the stimulus checks come in. They're desperate. They're desperate. They're hoping this, and it's highly likely, when we have a look at this administration in the United States, that a lot of that 2000 stimulus checks goes to people that aren't even real. It goes to dead people, but really it goes into the bank account of the government, and then they prop up the market with it. Because that's what Doge was about, finding all of these dodgy scams that the government was, engaging in. So this is where the stimulus checks come in, because, people have been reporting on this. The beauty of the internet is that, in a way, the internet actually prevents these bubbles from exploding so badly, because we can see it faster. In 2008, we didn't have people that had the amount of information that they have today. And so we're preventing massive bubbles because we're starting to see them earlier. And now the government panics, and they're able to try to correct faster because of all the influencers out there talking about it. So in a way, this is why I don't think we've had massive bubbles since. And people don't talk about that, because the market is psychology, and we help the market probably more than the finance gurus, more than, the stock market and the government. We help it because we do all the research. We go out there and we talk about it online. It goes viral. You've got the Michael Burrys out there. You've got all these people, these influencers, going through the accounting of some of these companies. Yeah. So anyway, Nvidia, Oracle, Palantir, they could dump 50% in the next 12 months. That's my take on it. And Bitcoin is in a lot of trouble when that happens.
Yeah, it's gonna be 26. Is gonna be to say interesting on this, because it's the end of the 4-year cycle, and Is he going to lose 50% or even more? Because in 21 he went from 68 to 17, divide by more than 3, by 4 almost. Are we going back to
Yeah.
40K?
Yeah, I think that's possible. Yeah. Yeah, I think 40K is possible. Yeah. So by four, you think? By three, even. Um,
I
you
don't think
know,
he's going to repeat. I don't think he's going to repeat the same. Like, because many people will say, "Oh, they expect to get like by 4, so it will not go to 4." I think in the future the Bitcoin will be less volatile. More there is people, by the way, more there are small end, less it will be volatile. Uh, the fact
if
that
you
is
look, yeah, well, I agree with you there, and yeah, that's kind of proven when you have a look at it. But look at this. Since kind of midway through this cycle, the market psychology has been sell faster, sell sooner. Okay, try to pick the bottom and buy in. The market seems to be far more educated and aware than ever before. And that makes me think that if things start dumping and someone's holding Bitcoin and they're smart, they're going to dump harder than ever before. So 40K really could be possible because of people just being aware. Not everyone's holding. Not everyone's holding like they've done in the past because that whole hodl thing is a scam. It is a scam. All the influencers out there that say hodl, hold, they just cost people money because those people that hold, especially if they're holding alts, they get wrecked. You got to ride those waves on the alts and get out fast. There's a lot of people that are probably going to be getting out of crypto, at this bottom. Like if when it starts to really start look like 125 was the top, and we go down to 95K or maybe even touch 90, people might start just going, I'm out, just get me out of here, I'm done here. I'll wait for the bottom. I don't care. I'll wait another year. And that could be a volatile sell-off because you can see it in the market. Why in March 2024 did we sell off so soon? You didn't expect that because you've gone through two cycles. The psychology of the entire market's changed. December 2024, everyone just started selling. So we basically already had two bull runs. The final bull run was 125K. We just hit it. So we technically had three bull runs within this cycle because people are just selling as soon as it gets a bit volatile and they start making some money, they just dump it as fast as they can. They want to be, it's game theory and psychology. This is psychology, and the psychology of the market will always be the first person to sell in profit wins. And if you're in profit and you bought in at 50K and we go under 100K, let's just say you did buy in after it went red at the bottom of August 2024 or early this year after that dump from December 2024 all the way through to 2025 at the bottom, you bought in and it starts looking wobbly right now. You're probably thinking, I'm going to take my 10, 20%. I'm out. I'm done. I'll wait until the more red candles come. That's the way I'm reading the market because it's all psychology. It's all like the you know, uh, was it Robert Schiller, a rational exuberance? Dump fast. It's like that book, sell fast. But anyways, that's kind of my take on what's happening. I think. By the way, also, I'm holding those four alts. I've got no hope that these alts are going to recover. If we if we get some green candles, those alts might recover a little bit. I might get to 50% loss on them, and I'll just get out. I'll be happy with that.
I think you are the expert of the top.
So yeah, I'm out. I'm out. I'm not holding at this point. I told all of the guys that follow in my group to sell, because we bought in April 7th. We sold about a month ago. I still think the stocks might pump. It's highly likely that stocks actually do quite well. You know, the S&P might get another K on top where we are at the moment. You know, even the Nasdaq's looking a little bit wobbly because of all of the news about Nvidia and Oracle and Palantir cooking the books. So this AI bubble might start to burst soon. But the S&P could go a little bit higher. The only thing I'm holding at the moment is gold, because if the geopolitical, you know, issues, that's what moves the needle on gold. I think Iran messing with the oil supply and the Strait of Hormuz. And so the only thing I'm holding at the moment is gold, and I don't think I will drop my gold. I think the new hodl is gold, actually. Go from hodling Bitcoin to hodling gold, because I think gold is the hodl. I'm holding gold. Even through the bear market, I'm going to be holding the gold. My plan is to long-term hold gold because this thing could go ballistic. Apart from that, you know, I think in a bubble, the only thing that is reliable in this bubble is the gold, because every country worldwide needs gold when we're going into World War III, and we're going into World War III. 100% we're going into World War III.
Don't be so negative, but yes, gold is the safe bet, and but don't be so negative.
It's not, well, this isn't emotion, this is analysis. We are heading, we have a falling great power in the United States that used to be the sole superpower, and we have a rising great power in China. We've also got a rising power in Russia that after the Soviet Union collapsed, we thought was finished. And now they're coming back stronger than ever. It seems like Russia's taking on all of Western Europe, and they're doing it with with one hand tied behind their back, like it's a piece of cake. So we are heading towards major conflict, and during major conflict, gold wins during major conflict. So it's not negative. I think it's just analysis. What do you think of gold price? We're at 4K now. We went to 4,400. What do you think is going to happen?
Yeah, in 5 years we can obviously go to 10K.
10K. Wow.
Of course.
I hope so.
I need to get some before it's too late. We need to get some.
Oh, you're not holding any gold. Oh, dude, you're not holding any gold.
That's okay.
That was the after I started selling off, is the only thing I was holding, and a few alts, those 4 alts, and then gold went on a run. Gold added another 50%, and I was just watching that go, no way. I'm like, yes. So, yeah.
Anyway, I think we are good for today. Been 1 hour for our first one. Welcome to our channel, and hope we're gonna bring good quality content.
Yeah. I think also with the channel, I can make some thumbnails as well if you want. I can show you how to do that. But we can play around and try to make some thumbnails. Yeah.
I think I can click.
We can